the Home Depot SEC on CBS as East meets West this afternoon from Columbia, Missouri. It's the Tigers at home against the Razorbacks of Arkansas. We welcome you, everybody. I'm Brad Nessler. Hope you're having a great Thanksgiving Day weekend from all of us at CBS Sports. I hope you're with your family, or maybe you're in between shopping right now. But we've got a full weekend of football for you. The Iron Bowl tomorrow, a full slate of NFL on Sunday. This is the Battle Line rivalry, relatively new. Only in its third game, each team has won one over the past couple of years. I bring in my partner, Gary Danielson. I have not said that in 2 decades. And I guess we're going to do this until we don't do this anymore. Yeah. You look good. You look good.
Yeah, a little the same. Quit dyeing the hair. That's about it.
That's good.
You got one of these emblems on your jacket.
I know. It's nice, isn't it? You know, back in '99, I probably said, what's the keys to the game?
Yeah, it's exactly what you said to me the last time. And I think I said something that in modern football back then, it's just like old-time football. You need to do 3 things. You need to run the ball, you need to stop the run, and you better have a quarterback. And today,
we got a good quarterback.
You bet. So you'll learn fast, I'll tell you that. Drew Lock, we had him last week. He might have played a year ago, a year too early, but he's really coming into his own right now. Great arm, great athlete. He's a guy that spreads the field out and makes the offense go in this tempo offense. But if he's going to have success, he's going to need some help at running back.
And he loses one of the top running backs in the conference. Demarie Crockett suspended for this game for a marijuana possession charge, and that's going to put a little bit of pressure on Ish Witter. But he carried the load against Tennessee pretty well last week.
Yeah, he did. I mean, sometimes when you're the backup guy, you come through and it's not a lot of pressure. We'll see how he handles it when he's the guy. But again, in Missouri's offense, you'll need more than Ish. You will have to have other guys to help him because they run a lot of plays.
Let's hear what the coach has to say. Barry Oden's with John Schriff. And Schriff?
Well, Coach, you've had a lot of distractions this week, specifically Crockett, who was suspended for this game. How has that affected this team?
Well, the thing about this team, they've been through a lot over the last 2 years. They're a resilient group. We understand when we have the opportunity to go out and meet and practice, you know, everything is you can control only that moment. So I'm proud of them. They've done a great job responding to everything that we've given them.
Now you give up nearly 400 yards on the ground last week. In true SEC fashion, it gets no easier this week. You've got Raleigh Williams. He comes in here, the league's leading rusher. How do you slow him down?
Well, obviously, they've done a great job. Arkansas has on establishing the run. We know what they want to do. Tremendous challenge and opportunity for us. We've got to do a great job on playing 11 guys together, being gap sound and tackling when we get the opportunity.
Coach, good luck.
Thank you.
Brett Bielema's Razorbacks come in 7-4. The 4 losses all to top 25 teams, and we've known Brett a long time.
Right.
One of those close seasons again for them.
Yeah, it is. But, you know, 2 things you can count on. 1, we do a game every 17 years. and 2, Brett Bielema's going to have a tailback. He's always had one, and this year's no different. Raleigh Williams is leading the league, obviously, in rushing. He's got to be special. They feature him. He's not only fast, he is strong. Missouri has had problem making tackles. He will stress that problem, and had a little something different Brett did for this guy last week, and he performed the jump pass. I'm sure they'll have something special for Missouri.
We mentioned kind of a roller coaster season. You know, you lose to top 25 teams, you got to run the ball. And when they faced top 25 teams, they didn't run the ball well. When they did, they won a lot of games. Brett Bielema knows more about that. Schripp's with him right now.
So, Coach, since mid-September, you haven't been able to string 2 wins in a row together. Now, you're coming off of a big win. Which Arkansas team do you expect to show up here today?
Well, the one that wins, hopefully. We've had a good week. We've actually addressed that. Talked about putting consistency together, playing at a level that you're expected to play at. And guys have been good. It's a short week, but they've been great.
Now, you grew up in some really big rivalries with your days at Iowa and Wisconsin. Talk about this Battle Line trophy and what it means to Arkansas.
It is. Those trophy games are always good. It's been obviously at our house here the last year. Plan on keeping it there another one. But our kids know it symbolizes more than just today's win. It's a victory for the entire year, and they really enjoy it.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck.
We'll be.
And Brett knows about battle line rivalries and rivalry games. He said to us earlier this week, he said, it's funny, the first rivalry game I was at Iowa. We were playing Minnesota, and it was for a pig, Floyd of Rosedale. He said, the first one was a pig, and now I'm the head coach of the Hogs. So it kind of rolls. This is the 8th meeting between these 2 teams. The last time Arkansas was able to win here in Columbia was 1944. But as we said, in a East-West rivalry with the new trophy, only in its 3rd season. Senior day for the Tigers. 16 seniors took the field, playing their final game here. Tucker McCann's got it teed up. Deion Stewart and Keon Hatcher back deep for the Razorbacks. And we're underway in the Battle Line rivalry. Line drive to the 3. Deion Stewart on the return. Stewart got a little crease, got out across the 30 and out to the 33-yard line. Let's take a look at our starting lineups presented by Chick-fil-A. We talked about one quarterback. The other one is very good as well. His first year as a starter, Austin Allen, taking over for his brother Brandon, who's now in the NFL. Last week, over 300 yards, a couple of touchdowns. He's closing in on 3,000 yards for the season. He is second in the conference in both yards and touchdown passes. So the Razorbacks from the 33. Play action. Allen rolls, throws across his body and got a man on the run. It's Keon Hatcher. And Hatcher might take it on the first play of the game to the 1-yard line. 66 yards on the run and catch.
Well, if there's one problem when you're having trouble stopping the run, is you're really loaded to start the game. And watch the linebackers. They hit at full speed. They're ready to play this game in the mouth. And what does Dan Enos deliver? A play-action pass. The safety's way up there. It's one thing for the linebackers' nest to be there, but when the safety snips it up that close, you know that Missouri defense was ready to stop the run. A great call by offensive coordinator Dan Enos.
That's the longest pass play allowed by the Tigers this year, and it sets up the Razorbacks first and goal at the 1-yard line. And it's Raleigh Williams, touchdown Arkansas. 2 plays, 55 seconds into the game, and the Razorbacks in front. That didn't take long.
Well, just think about it. If you're Missouri all week, all you hear about is all the tackles you missed a week ago. So you're ready, senior day, you're ready to show it, and all of a sudden they finesse you on the first play. Great call.
And for Riley Williams, the 12th touchdown on the ground this year. Extra point is good. What a way to start. 55 seconds into the battle line rivalry, and the line's been drawn right now for Arkansas. First, the big pass play to Keon Hatcher. And then Riley Williams does what Riley Williams does. 7-0 Hogs.
You owe me, man.
Okay, almost a minute into the game and already 7-0. Keon Hatcher with the long pass play. He had 2 touchdowns a week ago in the win over Mississippi State and almost had one on the opening snap of the game. Riley Williams did the rest.
Yeah, and if you're Austin Allen, you're going, oh my gosh, don't miss this throw. It's like missing a layup to start the game.
Adam McFain to kick. Alex Ross is back deep, and he'll have a shot at this from the 9-yard line. And cut down as he got near the 25. As we take a look at our starting lineups presented by Chick-fil-A. We talked about this guy in the open. Wasn't ready, like Gary said a year ago. He played in this game, went 9 for 27, 83 yards and an interception. But boy, this year, over 3,100 yards passing, 22 touchdowns. He and Austin Allen both have 22 touchdowns. And he's got a nice arm. He can spin it.
Oh, yeah. It's the style that Barry Odom has decided to go with. He recruited Josh Heupel to run this style, and you need a gunslinger like this to run it.
And he's in the gun with Ish Witter. And again, Witter's going to have to carry the majority of the load. With Demarie Crockett suspended for this game. Play action, whips it outside. That's behind the intended receiver, almost picked off by Jarrett Collins. Here's the rest of the lineup for Missouri today. They've got a home run hitter at wide receiver in Jamon Moore, who comes in 8 touchdowns on the year, 56 catches, and he'll be in the action soon enough. Throw outside, and it goes to him. Going to bring up 3rd down.
Yeah, here's the problem with this hurry-up offense now. If you hurry up too much and you don't make this 1st down, you're going to have to bring your defense back out.
Tempo's only good when you do well on 1st or 2nd down. Play action, the throw outside, and knocked down by Jarrett Collins, who's got 2 pass breakups in the opening defensive series for Arkansas. Nice job by number 29.
Yeah, you almost wonder, you know, Coach Odom, you know, he wins the toss and he defers. I mean, I know you're challenging your defense, but that didn't work.
Nope.
You know, that's a questionable start of the game for Barry Odom.
Corey Fatoni to punt. Jared Cornelius back deep for Arkansas. This one off the side of his foot and out of bounds Short kick, going to be good field position for the Razorbacks offense when we come back, and they already lead by 7. The Rock M in the left end zone. 7-0 Arkansas. Great field position after only a 29-yard punt.
Yeah, 29-yard punt and 38 seconds. And 7-0. You see the story that has been the problem for the Missouri defense. I really thought, Ness, that this would be a good football team this year. They had 8 starters back on defense. I thought their offense would emerge. They just can't make the plays.
Eric Beisel, part of a kind of a tumultuous week here in Missouri. Had some statements about Arkansas. John will expand on that as we go, but he's one of their leaders on defense. He shook up things a little bit this week, but that's all right.
He's a linebacker. Yeah. That's what linebackers do.
Had some statements about Arkansas mispronouncing the name Arkansas a few times.
Yeah, and
said he wanted to fire up the fans.
I bet Bielema goes at him pretty soon, too.
Here's the throw out in the flat. Second completion. This one, Jarrett Cornelius. Just a short gain as we head in down on the field to John.
Well, you mentioned what linebacker Eric Beisel said. Let's take a look at the quote. He said, quote, "Whether they decide to get on the plane and show up at our stadium, that's their call. We're going to take some aggression out on Arkansas. They're not going to see what's coming." Now, shortly after that, Coach Odom called Coach Bielema to apologize, and Coach Bielema said, "Thanks, as long as you learn how to pronounce Arkansas correctly."
Allen straight drop in trouble and got it across the middle, incomplete, intended for the tight end Austin Cantrell. Take a look at the Arkansas offense. Dan Skipper, his 46th straight start. That's the longest on this team and one of the longest in college football. He's one of the biggest in college football at 6'10", 319 pounds. Senior captain. Missouri defensively, Charles Harris, one of the best, Gary, in the league. Comes in with 8 sacks.
We were talking to Dan Enos on the phone. He was talking about how, you know, all the defensive ends in this league. And I said, did your lineman yawn? Because that's a story every week when you put the game plan together.
Blitz coming. Allen goes down. Way back the 49-yard line. Newsom with the sack. Harris is there as well.
And that's not Michael Shear. That's Donovan Newsom. He's wearing number 30 in honor of Michael Shear in this football game. All-out blitz, crossing the linebackers, no help, and gets the sack.
Wow, that's just how you draw it up, isn't it?
Absolutely. You know, that is one of the toughest ones for the offensive line to handle. You see that one guy cross first, and now remember, you got a linebacker that runs a 4.5, and the offensive lineman does not move his feet that well.
Toby Baker to punt. Jonathan Johnson is back inside the 10-yard line for Missouri. He's going to have a crack at this one. Nope, he's going to call fair catch.
Maybe.
Ball's out.
Yes. You talk about misjudging a fly ball.
Well, Missouri's going to have it, but he lost a couple. Looked like he would have had room to return that one. Instead, fair catch and mishandled.
Yeah.
Back at the 10-yard line.
If you're a Tiger fan, you don't care how many yards you lost. It's just that you get the ball back. Watch how much he missed that ball. Almost a disaster. You're running up on it, and then you got to make a over-the-shoulder catch. Not as planned.
Not great field position for the Tigers for their second offensive series back at the 10-yard line. And again, Drew Lock without one of his main ingredients in the backfield today, as Demarie Crockett, who last week had career highs in carries and yards in the game that Vernon Gary did in the loss to Tennessee. 225 yards on the ground, broke the freshman rushing record of Brad Smith. But
hey, he's special. He really is. He's a special football player.
But he's not here.
But he's not here. You got it. And it's another one of those stories. It's been a 2-year nightmare for this Missouri football team, Missouri school, basically. And it's just the latest in a 2-year ordeal that has really obviously affected their football team and their football program.
Ish Witter also had career highs a week ago, and he gets the carry here, but he's stoned at the line of scrimmage by the Arkansas defense. No gain. Ish, smaller back than Demarie Crockett, but he did have 163 yards on the ground. Brooks Ellis, as we take a look at the Chick-fil-A Arkansas defense, is the leader, one of the leaders for the Campbell Trophy as well. Not only a good linebacker, but a smart one. On the fly sweep, Jonathan Johnson. He's got a first down. He's still going. Johnson down the sideline. One man to beat. They're not going to catch him. I don't think. A long way to go. He's all the way down saved a touchdown.
Some great blocks early in this play. Get outside and then watch the cut down block right there to knock down the safety. And then it was to the house. When Reed Miller got knocked down, I thought it was going to go all the way too. But watch, when you get your wide receivers involved and they're committed, and also Ish had the key block on the play. I thought it was a wide receiver, but it makes sense. The wide receiver's carrying the ball, so Ish gets the big block.
An 82-yard gain, the longest run by Missouri this year. And they've got it first and goal at the 8-yard line.
See Drew Lock looking back for the last call.
Witter straight up the middle. Touchdown, Missouri. 8-yard score. That's fitting. He got a big block. He got to carry it the final 8 yards for the touchdown.
Yeah, you always want to feed the guy that got the big block, and that was a great call by Josh Heupel to give it back. And the offensive line, as you can see, gets the key blocks to the outside, and then you trot it in. That offensive line, by the way, Ness, they did 110 plays a week ago.
Unbelievable.
All 5 of them.
41 first downs.
Yep.
What a crazy play.
Crazy.
As it is, it ends up being a 90-yard drive in 3 plays. And a recovery in the end zone to tie it at 7.
You know, if I'm teaching my running backs, quarterbacks, wide receivers from now on, because of the knee going down near the goal line, I'm going to tell my guys from now on, you need to score with your knees.
Allen protected well this time. Throw complete. Drew Morgan again. First down again. Drew Morgan, a couple of catches today, both for first downs. He's had 37 first down catches now on the year, including 2 today. And that is number 2 in the SEC in that category.
Now let's watch this great route. Really sells it inside. Again, a great route runner. Good protection is going to produce yards.
Boy.
Completely turned him around.
Logan Cheadle looked like Don Cheadle on that one, didn't he?
Yes.
First down.
We're not laughing either.
And this Whaley dragging guys for 5 yards. Josh Gibson in on the tackle. Devois Whaley, freshman out of Beaumont, Texas, 216-pounder. You add him to Raleigh Williams, and it's a heck of a backfield. But that's been the story for Brett Bielema, whether he was at Arkansas, Wisconsin, wherever.
Yeah, that's his trademark. That's what he sells when he recruits. He's built his program. He just can't get over the hump. The hump has been Texas
the SEC West.
Well, the SEC, and more specifically, Texas A&M. That key game, he has not been able to win.
End around. Cornelius got a first down. Popped out of bounds by Ronell Perkins, but he picks up a first down.
So you remember this game right before halftime. 13 seconds to go in the half. A&M's just going for a field goal. Ends up Trevor Knight gets a touchdown to tie the game. And in the third quarter, Arkansas goes down the goal line, does not score, and a 92-yard pass the other way. But you could see that key game early. I think if they win that game, they're going to win one other game. I don't know, but I mean, I just think that game they can't get over.
Here's a play action. This is a play that got him a big gain on the first snap of the game. Not quite as much this time, but Hayden Johnson makes the catch, and you know he's excited. A true freshman. He's from right here in Columbia, Missouri. The last 18 games for Arkansas, they're 13-5, and there's only a couple of teams in the SEC that have better records, including Alabama.
Let me guess. Tennessee's the other one, right?
Yep.
Tennessee just lost the wrong games this year.
Good throw out to Morgan. They one miss, not the second though, as Perkins drops him. No gain on the play. Will bring up third down and short.
You have to love the balance of this Arkansas offense, especially between not just run and pass, but the balance between the receivers. Morgan, Hatcher, and Cornelius all spread that ball around, does Allen, and he really keeps the defense off balance.
Coming into the game, we've already added to these numbers, but the receiving core and the tight end, 425 career catches, almost 6,000 yards and 60 touchdowns. So Dan Enos has got some guys to play with.
Could be a 4-down call here.
Here's a pitch to Williams. Made the First man miss, and he's really close. And as Gary said, this might be where you go for it on 4th down and a yard.
And that's when you're thinking of calling the plays. You know where you are in the field. And the way Missouri runs their offense, it doesn't matter if you give it to them on the 40 or the 10. They're going to do the same thing. So you got to go for this.
Yep. Adam McFain would have had to try a long field goal. He has hit a 54-yarder this year, but you saw there was no hesitation on the sideline with Brett Bielema and Dan Enos.
Yeah.
Brett just kind of threw his hand out like, let's go get it.
I'd be really sure of what this play was, except for he did the jump pass last week. And I'm out now. I'm not going to call this one.
9th play of the drive, whatever it is. Morgan in motion, high backfield. And it's the tailback, Raleigh Williams. He didn't get it by much, but he got it. Only needed a yard, and he got about a yard and a half.
Missouri defensive line and linebackers have come to play. I think there's no doubt that Jarrett Collins has said, we're showing up. And he's challenged his team that if they're going to beat us, they're not going to beat us running between the tackles. So we'll see.
So Arkansas keeps this long drive alive at the 37-yard line. There's 5 minutes remaining first quarter. Whaley, the tailback, gets the call. And Whaley straight up the middle. His best run of the day. Gets to the 30, pickup of 7. Brad Nessler, Gary Danielson, John Schriffen with you from Columbia, Missouri. Tie game as SEC East and West getting together here in the Battle Line rivalry. 11th play of the drive for Arkansas. And a big opening for Whaley. Whaley, did he get there? Touchdown. Razorbacks. Got to the pylon in midair.
30-yard touchdown.
30-yard touchdown run for Whaley, the freshman.
Well, let's give credit to the guys up front, the big hogs up front. But Froholt come around, number 51, the left guard. Ragnow gets his guy pinned back, following him, big 51 into the end zone. Easy that time. Kendrick Jackson got a great block as well. That's that offense that Missouri has been seeing and can't handle. They cannot handle that ISO play right up the gut.
McFain for the point after, up and good. So a long drive capped off by Devois Whaley. Raleigh Williams from a yard, and now Whaley from 30 yards out. The Razorbacks regain a touchdown lead. There's Josh, who was a quarterback on the national championship team for Oklahoma.
Were we together doing him as a game?
Yeah, we did. We did the championship.
How did we do?
I don't know. We'll have to go back. Somebody's going to have to Google that.
Go far! Hope we didn't do that run quarterback open.
Alex Ross on the return. Time of possession, as you have always told me, doesn't mean a lot to teams like Missouri. It does to Arkansas because they're out there about 35 minutes a game.
Yes.
Nobody can score because they don't have the ball.
They've led the league the last 2 years, and most likely they'll do it again this year.
And Witter dropped after a pickup of 3 by Dwayne Eugene, who's done a nice job. Eugene filling in for Dre Greenlaw, outside linebacker who was injured early in the year, might be back for the bowl game. He was one of their leaders on defense, and Dwayne Eugene's done a nice job in his spot. Play action, quick throw to the outside. Reversing field is Moore. Nice job, first down. Jamon Moore, big target, 6'3", 205.
Well, you know, there's no team. I think there's 5 teams faster in college football than Missouri. They just eat first downs because of the way they play. They get that ball out to the corner so quickly, and the double-edged sword how fast they do it.
Lock's going to go deep. May out there. He's got him. Oh, dropped. Incomplete. Should have been a touchdown. Emmanuel Hall didn't hold it.
You work so hard for those. You throw all those short routes just for this opportunity. And Drew Lock can't throw it any better than that. And he goes, you know, he's a great basketball player, and he goes, you know, when I shot a 3 and it was going in, it went in. I didn't have to worry about anybody catching it.
That one rimmed out.
Yep.
Lock on the move, and the throw's complete to his tight end, Shawn Culkin, one of the seniors on this team, one of the leaders of the Missouri squad, grad student.
Yeah, he had a great game last week, Brad. He was the lead blocker on every play. He wasn't out in a pass route. He had a great football game.
He's the only senior starter, in fact. Gary talked about next year looks bright. Lock to throw to the far side is complete. Kendall Blanton, the other tight end, only about a yard gain. So one of them, Drew locks it. That's a touchdown. The other one, that's my fault on the 2 long balls.
Yeah, and you know, on the next one, I mean, that's an in-between play. You let it go. It's really not the normal timing. The second one's almost bad luck.
Yeah.
The first one is bad hands.
That's Jarrett Cornelius back deep.
Yeah, if I was defense, I'd be safe here because.
No snap. Tony got it out of there, though. Pretty nice kick.
Yes,
got
sure
it inside
was.
the 10. And they're going to spot it at about the 9-yard line. You know, it's got to be tough on these seniors who have tasted success back-to-back SEC championship games that you called, and now to have a 3-8 season. It's got to be tough on those guys.
Yeah, that's going back again to the story about Crockett and all the bad news, you know, especially Gary Pinkel. He has the bad health scare, resigns. It's just been a revolving door athletic director. It's
Chancellor, everybody.
It's hard. If you don't have the whole program steady, it's hard to have a winning football team.
It's been a tough first year for Barry Odom, who's spent a long time here in Columbia as a player and a coach, and the first quarter comes to a close with Arkansas on the road leading by a touchdown. End of the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter.
Razorbacks 14, Tigers 7. We'll return to Columbia, Missouri after this message and a word from your local station. Eric Beisel, this I've heard of eye black, but
yes,
yeah, that's a linebacker there.
Well, Ness, I haven't been with you in a while. I understand you still go out occasionally. Okay.
Yeah.
If you were out with him and he started popping off, you wouldn't be nervous, would you?
I would be a little bit nervous.
No, you would not be nervous. The guy can take on anybody.
Oh, I thought, is he with me, you mean?
Yes,
okay.
He's on your side.
I like him on my side.
Right. If that guy Kilton will take on anybody.
Yeah, he looked like Mel Gibson in Braveheart. He just missed the tackle on Jeremy Sprinkle.
What?
Nice stiff arm by Sprinkle, though.
If he'd had a sword, he'd have taken him down.
Take off that silly kilt, put some pants on.
Right.
3rd down and 3. Arkansas with a touchdown lead. Both wideouts to the near side, including Keon Hatcher, who has the big pass play so far today. Drew Morgan to the top of the screen. That's where Allen's looking. Throw goes to Sprinkle for the first down. So back-to-back throws to the tight end. He's a big target, 6'6", 256-pounder. He has the touchdown record for tight ends for Arkansas with 11, past P.J. Williams, who is a former Mackey Award winner at Arkansas.
I know a lot of people talk about all the ways to go no huddle, no hurry, and all that stuff. But if you can run a 5-yard tight end route, as the New England Patriots do it, you're going to make first down.
Play fake on first down. Allen will go down. And Marcel Frazier with the sack. He had one a week ago. Makes 5.5 on the season.
And this time he's going to come, I guess he's on the left side. Yes. He beats inside that time. He beats Froholt, number 51. They went to that cheetah look, moved their defensive end inside and did the pass rush and get the sack. Really, that's the defense for Missouri. If they can get this into a passing game and slow down the running game just enough, that's their path to victory.
They've had some great defensive linemen here over the past few years. Allen after the sack, 2nd down and 19. Completes it. Out to the 45, a 16-yard pickup. Nice catch by Jarrett Cornelius. Mentioned this earlier, back-to-back years, and this year almost as many sacks given up.
And it really affected Austin Allen in the middle of the year. When they went through that tough part of their schedule, when they played Alabama and when they played LSU, he got beat up. He got a little bit of antsy. Wouldn't we all? I mean, you know, you're getting that type.
Yeah.
I love that stat. The quarterback's not as good under pressure, really.
Got his knee tweaked a little bit and had the off week, which got him refreshed and healthy again. And Riley Williams with a first down run. So Arkansas just keeps motoring.
Yeah, you were saying all the great defensive linemen. You know, it started with Michael Sam, Shea Ray, Marcus Golden. These were good strong pass rushers, edge rushers that are, all dynamic in this league.
Sheldon Richardson, Coney Ely, all those guys.
That's way back.
Yeah. So there's been some good defensive linemen playing in this program at Missouri.
Man, that's right. Sheldon Richardson, when Missouri came in the league, remember he said, we're going to take on this league?
He wasn't kidding.
Yeah, I don't blame him.
Ollie Williams again, nice run. 2nd down and 3 coming up as we had 10:20 remaining in the 2nd quarter. Hardy fans over there on the sideline with no shirts. It's not that balmy here in Columbia, folks. Williams again follows his fullback and cuts back to the middle, and he might have another 1st down.
Boy, if you're Dan Enos, coordinator for Arkansas right now, the way you're chewing up yards and time, plays, keeping the other team's offense off the field, you're just going, I'm going to keep running this ball, and then I'm going to wait for my time to do the play action pass.
I was going to say, is that coming right here?
Well, pick a down, 1st or 2nd down.
Tight end in motion. And they will keep it on the ground. Raleigh Williams on a back run. Raleigh Williams still going. Down inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal, Arkansas.
Well, when you're a big back and you can break tackles and you can make this one last cut when he gets into the secondary, watch the last cut he makes. Right, boom, there. And you miss a tackle. Anthony Sherrills missed it and didn't even touch him. If they were playing flag football, he would not have been able to get his flag.
Take a look at the Verizon red zone. Arkansas last week against Mississippi State, 6 trips in there, got 5 touchdowns. They're looking for another one right here. They've got an 8-minute drive going.
This unbalanced line over here. The tackle's eligible on the left side.
Out of the 5 is Whaley.
21, Jevlon Whaley, the ball carrier.
Time of possession we talked about doesn't mean much to teams like Missouri, but for Arkansas, they averaged 34.5 minutes a game. A year ago, they had the ball 40 minutes and 15 seconds in this battle against Missouri, and they're on pace for that again today. So there is the time of possession. It's pretty lopsided.
If you're Missouri after the jump pass last week, you got to be ready for just about everything.
Sprinkle, the tight end, will come left to right now. 2 tight ends set.
Unbalanced again. Skipper's eligible.
Allen lofts it. Got his tight end. Touchdown. Austin Cantrell. One Austin to the other. And the Razorback score again.
5-yard touchdown pass.
Well, Marcel Frazier puts some pressure, but when you have a guy this wide open, you just flip it out there. Again, 2 Missouri defenders kind of bump into each other. It's an easy throw, and what a good job by Austin Allen, knowing he had to wait till the last second, make sure his fullback got turned around, and then throw him a soft pass.
He took one right in the sternum when he let go of that pass. Low snap on the extra point, but it's up and good. This is how you win football games if you're a team like Arkansas. Just take the ball, keep it for 9 minutes, go 91 yards in 16 plays, and give your backup tight end a little sugar. 21-7 Hogs. Vern will call his last Iron Bowl tomorrow, and then I will try to fill his shoes for the next few years calling that football game. From the 4-yard line. And Ross out to the 22, where Josh Harris put the stop on, and I mean put the stop on. Meanwhile, it gives Missouri better field position out at the 39-yard line. And a run, the best of the day by Nate Strong for Missouri. Out to midfield, the 1st down.
And I thought Missouri had a decision to make with the time of possession and the few plays. What would they do? But when you make a 1st down on 1st down, you can do whatever you want.
And try to pass. Locke's just going to get rid of this one. Well, he tried to tuck it in there to Demetrius Mason, incomplete.
For number 9, Demetrius Mason, incomplete. 2nd and 10 at midfield.
Missouri's tempo depends on 1st down success. Arkansas talked to us, said, listen, the down we want to win is 1st down. If we can keep them to 3 yards running or incomplete passes, we can control their tempo.
They try to run inside with Strong again. He got about 3. Strong had career highs of carries and yards last week. hasn't been used that much because of Demarie Crockett and Ish Witter getting most of the carries, but he had 39 yards rushing in the loss to Tennessee last week. And he's getting extended work here in the first half.
Man, if you're Barry Odom, are you telling Josh Heupel we'll go 4 downs here? You can't give it back to him, can you?
I wouldn't think so.
Right.
Here comes a blitz. Lock going the wrong way. Down he goes, and the ball comes out.
Oh, they called it incomplete.
They blew it dead. That could have been a fumble, and Brooks Ellis was heading in the other direction. There's Josh Heupel, and that's not the call he was hoping for.
And you know what he was hoping for there? 4th down and 7. If he just throws it away, we said, okay, Drew, they got us on that play.
Additional grounding, number 3 of the offense. Ball's placed at the spot of the foul. Automatic loss of down.
Couldn't have gone worse.
Every quarterback coach I've ever had, and I was hard-headed too, okay? You want to make a play on this one, and he did. I almost thought his forward progress was stopped there, but obviously he intentionally grounded the ball. Your coach will tell you, just throw the ball away early, give us 4th and 7, and let us decide.
But Tony's punt to Jarrett Cornelius at the 23, made a couple guys miss. Cornelius trying to pick up blockers, and he weaves his way out to the 40-yard line. Nice return. 44-yard kick and a 15-yard return. We'll return in a moment with Arkansas leading 21-7. Arkansas with another drive going with 5:53 remaining. They've got it at midfield. But a couple of long time consuming drives, including the last one that went 91 yards in 9 minutes.
Yes. And that first down was just short enough that they can eat more clock and keep the ball away from Missouri.
Austin Allen's been really efficient here. 12 out of 16, 147 yards. He's hit 7 different receivers. Right now he's going to Devwah Whaley straight up the middle, and he goes for about 8 yards.
Let me show you what happened. It was Cale Garrett that had a helmet-to-helmet shot on Yadel Froholt that really caused, it was almost a guy, he was almost knocked out. Outstanding.
Flag on the play, and we'll show you after the call.
There's no foul on the play. The defense played with 11 players. 2nd down.
Yep. They're worried about how many there were out here. Here's what Gary was talking about.
Okay, right there is where it happens. Watch the helmet-to-helmet shot. It's Cale Garrett. Oh, boom. Man. Oh, right in the chin. And he was out on his feet.
Teeth guard, everything went.
Yep.
He's in the tent right now. The guys on that front wall for Arkansas come from all over the country, and in case of Froholt, all over the world. Here's P.J. Hammonds again.
Yeah, nice job by Cale Garrett that time.
Exciting games going on around the country. Right here, Mizzou needs a stop or a turnover, or Arkansas is going to keep running it right down their throats. Throwback. Screen to the tight end. Sprinkles got a guy in front, follows his blockers, and a first down at the 27-yard line. Pick up a 16.
Well, I'll tell you might as well give an award to Dan Enos right now, because he has this Missouri defense just spinning around his little finger right here. Go out to the right, throwback screen, wide open, and right now Enos is calling a perfect game.
Austin Allen, after he let go of that pass, I don't know, he's holding his hand earlier, but I guess he's okay.
You want me to show you my thumb on my right hand, how many times I hit a helmet?
Play action, Allen in trouble, throws incomplete, nobody out there. Drew Morgan, I guess, was the closest. Well, there is a Danielson trophy, though. A lot of people don't realize that. And you were talking about Dan Enos earlier. He was one of the recipients of the Danielson Award and trophy because he was from your hometown, Dearborn,
right, there's
Michigan.
Danny.
Right? There's Dan.
Okay, went to Etzel Ford. I went to Divine Child. I kind of crept up on him and I said, Dan, and he was way ahead of me, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
They've discontinued that award when I argued for Florida over Michigan in 2006.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, it's gone now.
It's gone.
Yes.
They
Took it away
from
me.
that point on. You had to move to Florida after that.
Yes. Not allowed back in the state.
10th play of the Arkansas drive. And a quick throw out to Drew Morgan. Got a block. Morgan puts his head down and gets near the 8-yard line.
And guess what we got? 3rd and less than 3 again.
And we got less than 2 minutes left in the half, too. And this is a killer drive that you were talking about. If they take this down, use all the clock and make it 28-7, it's not going to look good at halftime.
I know it's my pet peeve, and I don't care if people are sick of it or not, tell you the truth, but everybody credits a lot of plays to no huddle. But how do you deal with the fact that Arkansas has 45 plays and they've huddled every time?
Right.
They're good at it, right? They're making yards. That's how you say it. Everything works when you're blocking.
And this is the 11th play of this drive. They had 16 plays the last time they scored. Here's a toss on an end around. Jarrett Cornelius nice play back at the 15. Marcel Frazier. He's got a sack today, and now a big play there.
So we put Dan Eagles' picture on TV, and he goes for it, and it doesn't work. You wonder why they just don't go straight ahead. When they don't work, they're all second-guessed.
Boy, that's our guy, Hilda Froholt, back out of the tent now. We don't know about whether or not he needed a dentist, but nose might need some work a little bit. But he's smiling, so he'll probably be back out there.
That's a sturdy bike, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, need a bigger seat on that thing. Need one of those banana seats on the old Stingrays. Remember those?
Yep. High handlebars, I had one.
McFain up and good on the kick. Brett Bielema's team with a commanding lead right now on the road. They've had the ball most of the half, and Missouri will receive the second half kickoff. That's something they can hang their hat on a little bit.
Considering the number of plays, it could have been worse.
Yep, absolutely. It's time for Inside Access, presented by AT&T, official sponsor of the SEC. Here's John and Coach Bielema.
Coach, you know, absolutely dominating time of possession right now. Knowing how fast Missouri likes to play on offense, how is that dictating the way you're calling the game?
Well, we do. We like to keep the ball up, keep it in our hands, and that kind of works for our defense as well. But I like the way the guys are playing. Now we'll go in. It's a 0-0 game. Come out and play more Arkansas football.
From the first play, you guys came out fast. I mean, you're trying to string 2 wins together here. How do you keep up this intensity with 30 minutes left?
Well, we're halfway there, but I think our guys, you know, because of the scars we've developed this year, we haven't played well at times, and they've learned from them, didn't ignore them, they owned them, and hopefully come back, play the same way in the second half.
Good luck in the second half.
Looking for their 8th win of the season and to improve their bowl game. And they are halfway there, as Coach Bielema said. Could have been even a bigger lead, but that miss by McFain has it at halftime. Arkansas 24-7 as we head to Adam Zucker and the guys in our New York studio. Just about set to start the third quarter here in Columbia, Missouri, and the hometown Tigers in some trouble right now, trailing 24-7 as we take a look at our first half game trends. Nice job by Austin Allen spreading it around, Garrett.
Started with the first play, and all he had to do was not blow the layup, and then from there he just knew that he'd be in control. Drew Lock has been not enough for the offense. I mean, he had that one drop pass, and that might have kept him in the game. They're going to have to play good football, but it has been all Arkansas.
Yeah. Brad Nessler, Gary Danielson with you. You know, 30 minutes of the first half. Arkansas had the ball almost 25 minutes.
Right.
You're not going to win many games that way.
Well, you know, you would like to say what's the key play? Was it the first play? Probably that was a big play, but when you have 7 third downs of less than 4 yards, I mean, there's a lot going wrong in that defense when an offense can really dominate you like that.
And you talked about it already. Missouri, they're predicated on picking up yardage on first down so they can keep the tempo going. Right now, the tempo is out the window.
Well, and it's a double-edged sword. That tempo can be great, but as Brett Bielema was telling John when he went off the field, when we can control the ball, we feel like we're playing Arkansas football.
And they have done it beautifully in the first half. Missouri will get the ball to start the third quarter. Kick down to the 8-yard line to Ross. Alex Ross trying to find a seam, trying to get wide now. Out across the 35. And a good way to start the third quarter. Let's go down to Schriff.
Well, I spoke to Coach Odom, and he said in order to get back into this game, it starts on offense. He said he really needs to figure out a way to pick up some first downs for his team. He said they really interesting to see how they compete here in the second half. Also, he addressed the fumble situation. The first one they actually recovered in the end zone. The second one is stalled out a drive. He said, look, if you fumble the snap, you just got to get on top of it. Simple as that.
Yeah, that second one killed him, too, because it turned out being 3 points going the other way. So let's see how they do if Locke can get things in gear from the 37-yard line.
Yeah, they survived the first fumble, but the drop pass, I think, was just as big.
Locke is going to go long, near side this time, and this time it's complete to Jamon Moore. A long hookup, And it's down to the 16-yard line.
That's what we talk about when you have that type of arm talent and you've got those receivers that can go deep. And Jamon Moore had a big game last week. He goes deep. This time he doesn't overthrow it, and finally a big play.
So this is exactly what the doctor ordered for Missouri to open up the third quarter if they can score. But man, big hit there and a sack as Sosa Agim, a freshman who's going to be a good one. He already is, but he just got by every day.
He did. That was one of those RPOs, those run-pass options, where the offensive line is blocking a run play. And that time, the Arkansas guy just said, nope, I'm going for the quarterback.
That was an RPS, run, pass, sack.
Yes, and Sosa said, I don't care, fake it all you want. I'm tackling you.
Brings up 2nd and 16. Looks like maybe a broken play, although the pitch is out.
Yeah.
And Witter got hammered.
Saw that play a couple times last week. It's their option play to the outside. It ends up being a forward pass on the play, but that's was tried twice. I think they had success with it one time and not the other time.
And now they got 3rd down and long.
Yeah, and I think definitely, well, I don't know. With their field goal kicking, I don't know if they're going to try a field goal here or not.
Probably not. And especially trailing 24-7. This is probably 2-down territory. Locke in trouble. Got rid of it. And completes it. Down to the 3-yard line. Jamon Moore again.
Locke's pass complete.
Well, Jarrett Collins got to keep his feet. He's got a guy in the middle. He's got a safety in the middle of the field. You cannot bite on the post move when you got a safety there and get turned around like that. Beautiful throw, nice catch, really nice route.
And out of the ground game, trying to get to the end zone as Ish Witter got to about the 1. Verizon red zone for Missouri. Last in the conference. They need to tuck this one in for a touchdown. Witter still not getting there.
And you could see at that play that Arkansas was also covering the quarterback on the keeper.
Uh-oh, he might be hurt as well. Witter looked like he was in some pain on the bottom of that pile, and he is limping out of it. And remember, Demarie Crockett would have been the guy getting the call down there on short yardage for sure, and now their number 2 tailback is going to limp off. And it brings on Nate Strong, who's had a few snaps in the first half.
Yeah, he struggled with an ankle early this season. Now he's finally healthy.
They might need him here if it's 2 shots at the end zone if they're going to continue to run it. 9th play of the drive. They will run it. Strong trying to go wide. And he got there. Touchdown, Missouri. Nice stiff arm by Strong to get him to the edge. And he scores, and Missouri back in the football game.
And DeAndre Coley, number 20, had a shot at him, could not get it. Boom. So 2 big 3rd down plays. 3rd and long, the pass to Moore, and then that was 3rd and 15, and then 3rd and 11, they had one earlier, and then, of course, the 3rd down play there. With 3 conversions on the drive.
Tucker McCann in for the point after. Their kickers have missed 5 extra points this year. Not this time. Right down the middle. Great opening of the 3rd quarter for the Tigers offense.
Yeah, one guy had a chance. A little bit of a straight arm and go to the corner. Exactly what John said Missouri needed.
Academic Hall was the original main building of the University of Missouri, dedicated in 1843, destroyed by fire in 1892. The 6 iconic columns there stand as the most recognizable symbol at the University of Missouri. And their team happy to be back in the football game, courtesy of that last drive to open the 3rd quarter. 63 yards and 9 plays. 2-yard touchdown by Nate Strong. And there you see the guys on the sideline. We're back in it, fellas. 11:53 remaining 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I mean, modern college football, are you ever out of it until there's about 4 minutes to go?
Exactly. Nate Strong might be the guy that's got to carry the load the rest of the way in the backfield, depending on Ish Witter, who limped out in that last drive.
And how about that? We had a fumbled touchdown, a dropped potential touchdown, and then a bomb down the left side to set up a touchdown.
Here's a line drive kick. Deion Stewart will field it at the 4. And Stewart gets out to the 30-yard line for Arkansas. Drew Morgan in motion. It's Raleigh Williams following his fullback, but a nice defensive play there by Marcel Frazier, who's had some good ones today. He made first contact to bring him down for a loss. All right, so Iowa, great job against Nebraska here. It's Arkansas leading Missouri in the battle line rivalry. Austin Allen avoids the heat, and what a catch by Sprinkle. The big tight end caught it about 3 times.
About everything happened on this play. Austin Allen had great footwork to avoid the onrushing Marcel Frazier, number 16. Watch him come off the edge on this play. Allen, as he drops back, feels it, sidesteps it, and then lays it out there. That is an athletic play and throw. And then, as Brad told you, the juggling catch. Everything good on that play.
No doubt. Austin Allen on 3rd down and a mile, zips it down the middle and completes it. This time to Keon Hatcher.
Telling you, it's so hard to handle a quarterback that is accurate. Real square routes, come down squared off right at the 1st down marker. Good protection this time. Nobody in his face, steps into it. Look how accurate that throw is. If it's a half second later, the safety's going to come in and make the play on that one. Thomas Wilson is going, that's too good for me.
Yeah, accurate, and he put some Zuzu on that one, Gary.
Yep.
3rd down and 16, they got 17. Back to the ground game. Raleigh Williams patiently waits for his blockers and gets down to the 15, maybe the 14-yard line.
He's really good, isn't he?
Yep.
We've seen a lot of great ones in the league this year, and you know, he's obviously at Arkansas. You're going to get featured, you're going to get more yards, but he's really good.
The last 16 years, there's only been 6 SEC players that went over 200 yards and scored 4 touchdowns, which is what he did a week ago. And that company he's with, pretty impressive list, including a Heisman Trophy winner, and Derrick Henry. 2nd down and 3 at the 15. And here's Raleigh Williams again. Drives forward, still going.
Yeah, he breaks tackles too. He's nifty. He's smart. He showed he had the home run balls last week when he made those, 150 yards in the 1st quarter or something. And I think his #1 ability is he breaks tackles. Pretty brave guy too, by the way.
No doubt. There's his numbers on the day as he's closing in on another 100-yard game. And when Brett Bielema's got a 100-yard rusher, he almost never loses. Right now, 10-point lead and looking for more. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line. Keep feeding number 22. This time he only got about a yard, though.
Williams, the ball carrier.
Brought down by Cale Garrett, the linebacker. Down to 5 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter.
2nd and goal at the 7.
Again, Dan Enos checking that chart. Just about everything he's dialed up today has worked pretty well. Deion Stewart and Keon Hatcher down to the bottom of your screen, and that's Drew Morgan that'll come in motion. They fake it to him, and Allen's going to keep it. Austin Allen running to the corner and with some authority got down around the 3-yard line.
Well, the famous touchdown by his brother Brandon against Ole Miss. Remember that one where he just gutted it into the end zone, and Austin following in. You know what I like, as we talked about early, I remember, doing an Arkansas game a couple years ago and watching Austin earning his due, paying his due, staying in there, running 2nd team, watching his brother, growing up, getting stronger in the weight room. It all pays off. Everybody's so much in a hurry nowadays to transfer. You don't start your 1st week.
He was so competitive with his brother. It didn't matter if it was basketball or ping pong. Those two really pushed each other, and it's paying off, as Gary said. Look out from behind, though. Austin got rid of it at the last minute, and it's intercepted by Garrett at the goal line. Arian Penton was the guy applying the pressure, and at the last moment, Austin Allen made his 1st mistake of the ball game. New life for Missouri again. They scored on their last drive, and now their defense not only comes up with a stop, they come up with a turnover.
Ness, you said he applied pressure, Arian Penton, but he did a little bit more than that. He actually touched him just as he let the ball go. He's trying to get the ball into the back of the end zone. It came off his hands shorter than he wanted, and Garrett gets the interception in the end zone. Drew Morgan was wide open. Watch him put his hand up in the air. I'm open. That's where he was trying to go with the ball. But Penton gets him from behind. The ball goes short, causing the interception. Great hustle from the backside. And that's what you hustle. You keep hustling, you keep running, and maybe you get lucky.
And, you know, for a guy that's thrown so many touchdowns in the red zone, Austin Allen this year has 18. That's also his 4th interception in the red zone this year. And now Drew Lock, his counterpart, is in his own end zone on the snap. The handoff is to Nate Strong, who scored the touchdown the last time they got it. No gain on that one. Dijon Jackson in on the stop as we're down approaching 3.5 minutes in the 3rd quarter. Sun coming out here in Columbia, Missouri. As Strong goes forward to the 7, where it's going to bring up a 3rd down that they really need to pick up.
You got to trust your quarterback here. It's a scoring game. You can't give away possessions.
Play action from the goal line. And that one is in and out and almost intercepted.
Well, I tell you, on that one, Ryan Pulley was just playing the down marker. He knew where the first down was. He did not back up. He almost had an interception there, and he almost had an interception there.
He was tied for the #1 spot in pass breakups in the SEC coming into this one, and that was a big one for the Arkansas defense there. It'll force a punt.
Yeah, that's the problem. You know, you want to throw a safe pass. You want to get it out there and make a first down, but the defense is a half a step ahead of you. They play the sticks, and Pulley was right on that one.
And now they're going to fake the punt. And they're going to pick it up. Out to the 25-yard line. Gutsy call. 19-yard run.
Absolutely. And then when you have bad snaps, it's easy to sell a bad snap, right? Anthony Sherrills is the up man, takes it. About a half a good block over there, and Sherrills breaks the tackle and gets the first down, fumbles it out of bounds, but it will go back to wherever he was.
But it was still past the first down sticks.
Yep.
Wow, I don't know if I've ever seen a fake punt from a goal line before.
Well, didn't BYU do one this year, or Utah, or somebody from their own goal line, and didn't make it?
You don't see it very often, that's for sure.
Yes.
A huge pickup and a first down. And a quick throw by Locke. Complete. That's going to be another first down to Demetrius Mason.
See how much better it works on first down than it did on 3rd down. Because on 3rd down, you play the sticks. On 1st down, you're afraid of that deep ball. Tell you, one of the best arm talents we've seen. I mean, that is a flick of the wrist for Drew Lock.
He's got his main threat, deep threat, down to the bottom of the screen. That's Moore, and that's where he is going. No, he's got it. It's Johnson. And he's gone. Touchdown, Missouri. Jonathan Johnson, 67-yard score.
What did I say? Flick of the wrist. I hope at home you could tell that this ball never got more than about 15 yards in the air. It was a bullet. Andre Tolliver, number 5, had no chance.
And the redshirt freshman from Memphis in the end zone, and not only is Missouri back in the game, they're back within a field goal if they hit the extra point.
Jealous of that type of throw.
And the extra point is good. Wow, gutsy call. First of all, a fake punt of all things from the goal line.
4th and 7 from the 7. That frees it up, and you take the top off of it with 2 great throws.
Including that one capped off 67 yards, and we got a ball game going on in Columbia. What a 3rd quarter Missouri has had in the opening 13 minutes anyway. They took it down coming out of the locker room to score a touchdown, and now they just added a 67-yard strike from Drew Lock to Jonathan Johnson, and we have a field goal ball game right now. Austin Allen threw the interception, and 96 yards in 6 plays, and just a minute 47 seconds later, that's what it turned into. So a big swing. Basically, it could have been a 14-point swing, depending on if he got that ball to Drew Morgan. Line drive kick fielded at the 1 by Deion Stewart. And Deion Stewart's got an opening. Out across the 40. Out to the 43-yard line. Beautiful pass. And now Austin Allen's going to try to make up for his last mistake. And he's going to go deep. And he's got Morgan out there. Just overshot him. So close.
Well, Arian Penton is on coverage. Watch the route. He'll sell it, and he'll speed it in there. You got one guy back. You got the safety helping on the play, and the ball is just overthrown. Cam Hilton is very happy about that.
No kidding. So a long incompletion, and Austin Allen's like, I'd have just pulled that back a little bit.
Yep. Well, that's, you know, when you throw them 40, 50 yards downfield, it's not exactly perfect. You depend on that when you're on defense.
Now play action. He's got a lot of pressure. Goes far sideline, and that is broken up, incomplete, intended for Dominique Reed. And it'll bring up 3rd down and 10. Thoreau Field in Columbia, Missouri, where the fans are warming up now. The sun's coming out. They're getting into it. Their team's back in it. And a big 3rd down if they could come up with a stop here.
Who's been quiet for a while is Charles Harris. It's been all Marcel Frazier.
Marcel Frazier going to get in his track stance, number 16. Maybe he's going to stand up. He will. And there comes Charles Harris. There's the pass, incomplete. Nice call, partner.
Yeah, I mean, you got to get into the ball game when you're watching your teammates make plays, and then all of a sudden, it's your turn. Frazier's to the bottom of the screen. Harris comes upfield, and that forces the bad throw.
And it could have been a holding on Skipper as well on the pressure coming from 91. So a 3 and out. I don't know, Arkansas's had one of those today. That is the first 3 and out. And a punting situation here. Toby Baker's kick, fair catch, called for and taken. And around the 18-yard line by Jonathan Johnson, the guy that scored the touchdown the last time they had the ball. And here's Nate Strong, running strong. Got about 8.
Tackled by 48.
And Barry Odom, the coach of the Tigers, looking like the linebacker he was back in the 90s here. His team in it. He's fired up. We played 3, 24-21. We'll be back to Missouri right after this message and a word from your local station. 4th quarter, 24-21. And Barry Odom, one fired up coach at the end of that 3rd quarter, and had his troops rallied around him. The whole team was out there almost to the hash mark. They know they're in the ball game now.
He was so fired up. Eric Beisel said, easy.
Calm down, coach.
And he deserved to be. That was a great 3rd quarter for Missouri. It started out with their drive where they converted 3 third downs on that first touchdown. They got a turnover. They had the fake punt, the bomb for the TD. A great 3rd quarter for Missouri.
They fake the fly sweep, but then they're going to throw it back. That's a lateral, but it's handled by Rashad Floyd. Andre Tolliver knocked him out of bounds after a pickup of about 5.
Boy, Josh Heupel and Drew Lock are looking at each other and say, during that timeout, we had a touchdown called. They knew it. They had set it up. They'd thrown 2 or 3 short hitches on 1st down, and they had it. You can't get any more open than that.
They've got a manageable 3rd down here, 3rd and 5. All the receivers to Lock's right. And now it's Jamon Moore that's going to go out to the top of your screen. He's looking that way. He's going that way. Moore's got it in stride. All the way down to the 13-yard line. 49-yard strike.
There's not a place on the field that's safe with Drew Lock and these receivers right now. The Arkansas corners, this time it's Jarrett Collins. Last time it was somebody else. They are getting handled on the outside.
He's their home run hitter.
He even admitted he turned his season around when he got benched.
That's right. And he's in the tent right now. So maybe it's something more serious. Hopefully not. His team's got a 1st and goal at the 8-yard line. Demetrius Mason, Eric Laurent, and Rashad Floyd are the receivers. And here is Nate Strong down inside the 5. Second down and goal coming up.
We talked about the good blocking of Shawn Culkin a week ago. On this play, he comes across and watch him right at the end of the play, throw and take away the safety. Beautiful job. You throw for that outside leg and they'll fall.
2.5 yards away from taking the lead. And who would have thunk that at halftime? Strong puts his head down. Got inside the 1. Tywan Johnson made the first contact. Brings up second down and goal.
Arkansas has been very disciplined on the quarterback keep. They've had a defender there for every play. And they're telling Josh Heupel, at least from the sideline, we're not going to give you the quarterback keep.
Locke has a look to the sideline. So does his tight end, Shawn Culkin. Moore's back in there to the top of your screen, number 6. And using a lot of time here, down to 4 on the play clock. Strong, straight up the middle. He's in, touchdown. Missouri's in front. Third string tailback due to suspension and injury, and now it's Nate Strong in the end zone to give Missouri the lead for the first time.
Brad, I have a favorite saying that I've been doing for the last 17 years without you. I hope I did it with you a while back. Just keep playing. When you're behind, just keep playing. And it's fun to watch.
And there's no bowl game in their future, and so the 16 seniors that came out here today are hanging in, and so are the young guys. High snap, extra point though is good, and it's a 4-point difference with 12:48 to go.
Well, it all started on that third down play, sideline play. Just a streak and another perfect throw, and they got it into position and rammed it in. And all of a sudden, Missouri looks up and says, hey, we're up by 4.
There's the Battle Line Trophy. And that has been in each school's possession for the last couple of years. Missouri, the 21 unanswered points to take the lead that Arkansas had most of 3 quarters. Keon Hatcher on the kick return. And he is out to the 31-yard line. Allen wants to throw that screen to Raleigh Williams. This time he got it to her, and Raleigh Williams in the open field. Williams down the sideline. Hatcher trying to lead the way, and he's all the way to the 15-yard line.
Well, you got to know Missouri is teed up. They're ready to get the quarterback. They actually thinking what I think. The defensive line is all fired up, and Dan Enos calls a first down screen. What a great call.
First and goal at the 4. Kendra Jackson is the fullback. Raleigh Williams the tailback. Williams down to the 1. We're under 6 minutes. After 21 straight points by Missouri, Arkansas trying to answer.
If Arkansas ends up being able to finish off this game and win, that screen pass on first down would be the play of the game for them.
No kidding. From the 1. Williams has scored once today. Not this time.
Nope.
Eric Beisel.
You bet. He said, we'll be here.
If you want to get off the plane, we'll meet you in Columbia. Well, they got off the plane. They're here, and he's meeting them.
I tell you, tough guy. As I said, Brad, he's the guy you want to go out with. A little dodge, a little footwork, and then he blows it up.
And a loss on the play, in fact. Third down and goal. Sprinkle the tight ends in a slot to the right. Allen's going to try to run it. He's dropped back at the 5.
Interesting call.
And big A.J. Logan says,
And now you got to wonder, will they go field goal in this situation? And yes, our boy Frazier did it again.
Yep. And Brett Bielema says,
nope.
Let's go.
Yep.
Fourth down. Drew Morgan came back in, so did Keon Hatcher. So they had it down to the 1. They're back at the 5.
This one won't be a run.
There's your 3 receivers to the left side of Austin Allen. Allen pressured, steps up, fires, and it's intercepted in the end zone by Penton. Arian Penton with a defensive gem for Missouri.
He had plenty of time. He's going to go right here. He's going to go to the back of the end zone. 3rd guy. Plenty of time, good coverage, interception. Offensive line did their job. Drew Morgan is double teamed.
Unsportsmanlike conduct on the defensive team. Players leaving the bench. It's half the distance to the goal. It will be 1st down.
So celebration penalty against the Missouri bench.
How about that? 2 turnovers really in the end zone.
Yep.
Missouri will start 1st down and 10.
First pick was Garrett. That led to a long drive, and now Penton with his 5th interception of the season. He might be your defensive player of the week in the SEC for those 2 plays alone.
A good chance, but I'll tell you, I mean, with the game tape on, Marcel Frazier, number 16, going to have a good grade, really good graded game.
So Beisel. They're strong. Not much of a game, if at all. Jermichael Winston made the tackle.
Well, this is the question right now, right, Brad? Can the fast tempo offense do it slow?
They're back at the line of scrimmage. It doesn't matter how much off that play clock they're going to take.
And the celebration penalty actually made the interception of the end zone meaningless on 4th down. Having the ball in the 20 and where they are is a big difference.
Good. The play clock ticks its way down to 10 right now, so they're using that. They're just standing in place, waiting, and using as much clock as possible. Going to get it down to around 3:15 before they give it off to Nate Strong. Strong hit at the line of scrimmage, popped off and got about 3 on his own. And now we'll be under 3 minutes on the next snap, unless Arkansas takes a timeout here, and they do.
Timeout.
Down to 1 timeout now for the Razorbacks. So this is the biggest 3rd down of the game for Arkansas's defense.
And what does Missouri do? Do they throw the ball and risk a timeout, or do they run it and force another timeout? I'm dependent on my quarterback. Throw the ball.
There it goes. And it's broken up. Looking for a flag is Jamon Moore, and he doesn't get one.
And it was underthrown too much that time. Had him. This is underthrown by about 5 or 6 yards. Could have been called. Never turns around. Yeah, that could have been called. I mean, we got to be honest. He got away with one of those earlier, and that time he reaches up, and Jarrett Collins dodged one.
Yep. Brett Bielema is breathing a sigh of relief over there right now, knowing his offense is going to have one more crack at it. Drew Morgan waiting on the punt. And he's going to call a fair catch and makes it around the 38-yard line. 50-yard punt. Nice job by Fatoni.
Yeah, we almost had another drop pass. Juggles it, and gets it off.
And he was wise enough not to go to his knees to pick that ball up, because it would have been dead right there, and instead got off a very nice punt. Gary, the question you asked about the hurry-up offense, they only took 1:09 off that clock. So that gives Arkansas a lot more time to work with, and Riley Williams, big opener. He's into Missouri territory at the 46-yard line. 16-yard run, and that's going to put Riley Williams over 100.
Believe it or not, Dan Enos has to start thinking about if we score too quick, because if you get the ball back to Drew Lock, it'll be flipped the other way.
Allen got this one away and completes it to Hatcher for the 1st down.
And when Barry Odom dialed the blitz, and if you don't get to him on the blitz, it's tough. Man-to-man coverage to the outside, everywhere on the field, just enough for Austin to step into the throw.
2 minutes remaining. Quick snap by the Razorbacks. Allen wants more, throws it to Morgan. Drew Morgan down to the 12. And out of bounds. You saw 3 game-winning drives by Austin Allen, looking for a 4th here with just under 2 minutes to go.
First time that actually Arkansas caught Missouri not ready.
And Missouri takes the timeout.
Timeout.
Arkansas has not scored this half. They need a touchdown to come up from behind and possibly win this game. Remember, they missed a field goal going into the locker room with 4 seconds left, basically last play of the game of the second quarter. And had they hit that, they'd only need a field goal here to take the lead. But as it is, a touchdown.
Yeah, but that's a long one. They also had the decision on 4th down where they could have kicked the field goal last time they were down there.
That's right.
Which would have made it a field goal play, too. So now they got to get in the end zone. Once you make that decision not to kick the field goal and make it a field goal game, you got to score the next time you get the ball. And I think Barry Odom will use his timeouts. He's going to want to have clock left if they get a score.
He's got a quick strike offense. We know that. We've seen that already in the second half.
Second and short. You got to run the ball here.
Riley Williams will get the call. He didn't get much, but he kept the feet going, and he got the first down.
A lot of decisions happening right now. Missouri's watching that clock go down. The last thing they want to have happen is Arkansas score with like 15 seconds to go in the game.
I'm not quite sure why Arkansas is going so fast here.
No, me neither.
Allen throwing to the corner of the end zone for Morgan. Overshot everybody. Whoops, look out. That's all you need is to lose your best receiver to the concrete over there. Got a flag down.
Holding. Offense. Number 70. It's a 10-yard penalty. Replay, first down.
Dan Skipper.
Yep. Can't hide when you're 6'10". There he is right there. Let's see what happens. Oh, it just run over. Great move by Charles Harris. A bull rush right up the middle. And then a bit of a through Morgan sliding on that. Oh, looks not really a track, but it is
it's a half a track.
Yes,
something.
Exactly.
He doesn't want to see it again, I'll tell you that much. And now it's first and goal back at the 19. Allen flushed out of the pocket, got the pass complete, but right there to make the play is Penton again. And we're down to a minute 20, clock running.
Well, the strength of this Missouri defense is their pass rush, and we've seen it right here at the end. 2 forced holds and pressure.
Austin Allen going to the end zone, to the corner to Hatcher. Did he make the catch?
No.
Out of bounds. Keon Hatcher, who had 2 touchdowns last week. You see the right foot hit the gold. Out of bounds. So it's 3rd and goal. Third and goal. Here comes the rush. Allen steps up, throws, end zone, sprinkle.
Dropped it. Perfect throw.
The big tight end had it in his hands and couldn't hold it. And we're down to 1 shot for Austin Allen.
Good coverage, better throw, and Donovan Newsom was holding his breath.
And his foot was in had he held onto the ball.
Yep. Look at Missouri's going, we're putting our guys in the end zone.
Yep, 4 of them back there at the goal line right now.
And
just
know
a
this.
5th is on his way.
Yes, and you got to bet that front 4 is going to, you get it. Look at it right there.
Last chance for Arkansas. Allen, here comes the heat again, and down he goes.
Oh, another one of those throws. This time it doesn't work for Arkansas.
And Missouri is going to win it. You were thinking maybe a Hunter Henry miracle?
Absolutely. One more miracle. Worked before, going the opposite direction.
It's going to be intentional grounding. I think the flag. We don't have a preliminary signal yet, but
there are 2 fouls on the play. Illegal touching number 72 of the offense. That penalty is declined. Intentional grounding, offense number 8. Ball's placed at the spot of the foul. It's a loss of down. It's first down, Missouri.
Both penalties against Arkansas. Now the celebration begins for Barry Odom. Been a tough week, tough day for that guy, especially in the second half. Some of the seniors, even the ones that aren't playing, starting the celebration now on the Tigers sideline. And the captain from the '99 team, there's Michael Shear.
Yep, put the hood on right there, the gray hood.
And there's a guy that called out the Razorbacks this week. His coach said, well, you might want to call Coach Bielema and apologize. Brett said, that's okay. We're good. And they were good in the half, but Arkansas not good enough in the second half. What a comeback. Nice job, Coach. You fired your Tigers up in the locker room at halftime, and they came out and played brilliantly in the second half, and they win it. Disappointing loss for Brett Bielema in Arkansas. They fall to 7-5. The Tigers go to 4-8, and even though they don't have a bowl game, they're celebrating like it was one here today.
The pure joy of competition. If you've never played, you just can't understand it. We try to give it its due. I don't know if it's possible.
And what a comeback by Missouri. 28-24 is the final score. For Gary Danielson, who's heading to Tuscaloosa for the Iron Bowl, and John Schripp and Brad Nessler saying so long from Columbia, Missouri. The Battle Line Trophy belongs in Columbia this year. Great game, great comeback. So long from Mizzou.